Billy.
All right, man. The man is so angry. Dave Attell is here, man. We're going to bring him in.
All right. I like this guy.
You like him?
Funny guy.
I don't like him. He's angry also. He's very angry, man. Come on in, Dave. Leave Greg out there. Leave Greg out there, will you please? How you doing?
Morning, Dave.
How are ya?
Good. How are you today, sir?
Morning.
Morning.
What's happening?
Not too much. What's going on with you these days?
I'm exhausted, and I ate all these prunes last night, so anything can happen.
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's up, Gary?
Good to see you, man. How's it going?
Good. Did I see Sam Simon in the hallway?
You did? Yeah.
Oh,
He's coming back. It smells.
talk about annoying
Wait,
Jews.
right there,
Oh.
You've got some sort of beef with Sam?
Yeah, I do.
What's up with that?
Sam's Ponzi scheme poker game show.
Oh, that's right. You were on
Yeah.
it with Artie, right?
He's the Madoff of poker. He lulls everyone into thinking that they're playing a TV poker game. It turns out it's really Sam lending you money, and now I'm Sam's bitch.
How many points did he charge you with it?
No, it was a straight, it was a straight deal. There was no percentage on it. But I have a feeling if I did not pay up right away, he would have broken not my legs, but he would have broken me emotionally with stories about The Simpsons.
Right. So you're excited to see Artie? I don't know if you've seen him.
I
in a
haven't
while.
seen him. How's he look?
I think he looks great. So
Really?
yeah, big difference from probably the last time you were here. So.
I can't wait.
All right.
I see the cupcakes are out, and there's that's a lot of temptation for Artie.
I haven't seen him near them today, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Well, there's also been topless girls here, so.
Today?
Yeah.
And I'm here?
Yeah. You're the.
Wow, what
you have to follow that.
I got bumped up.
Dave Attell is a comedian. He, believe it or not, guess who was just voted one of the top 25 funniest people in America?
Well, he is, Al.
Dave Attell.
I've always said this about Attell, man.
Dave Attell got voted the top 25 funniest people in America.
Howard, he's one of the best comedians of all time.
He's actually,
in my opinion.
and also he's actually a well-known auto asphyxiator.
Really?
Well, that's true.
That's why he's here.
I saw him do it in Afghanistan.
But where did this list get compiled? Who made up that list?
Hey, Dave.
Your arch enemy, fruit.
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Howard, how are you?
How are
Hi,
you,
Robin.
Hey there.
Dave,
Hold on.
what do
Sorry.
you make of this autoerotic asphyxiation? You've done it. I know you
How's
admit to
it done?
How is it done, and why? Why
Howard-
do you love it so much? You're a talented guy. You know women.
Do you want to wind up
Howard.
like this?
Danny Gans, David Carradine.
Who else? Who's the other guy?
An excess guy, Michael Hutchins.
Hutchison. There
The
you go.
NXS guy.
Right.
They have all the money, the
Abe
power.
Lincoln. Abe Lincoln.
Abe
Lincoln.
Mickey Mantle.
Famous autoerotic asphyxiator.
Yeah. Now, is it true that he tied his testicles?
Yes.
Yeah.
What he did was from what I understand, and believe me, I'd admit this if I was into it.
I know you. I'm a straight shooter.
I guess he hangs himself by his neck, and he had his feet tied behind his leg, behind his back, and he had his hands and wrists tied up, and he tied his testicles. And, masturbation to me is something you just want to get over with quickly because it's so disgusting. I mean, I don't think you want to make a whole evening out of it.
Remember the other day you said in 8 minutes you were done and out. When you're tying yourself like this takes a long time.
Right.
This was in Thailand, right?
Thailand, yes.
So they call that over there a McCain.
Nice.
Speaking of torture, Sam Simon is scouring the halls for poon and poker buddies. Why would you bring in the man who now owns my home?
Me and Attell lost money to...
I can't believe it. It's like, where's Madoff? Let's talk to him.
By the way, you bring up a good point. We had Sam in earlier. He was talking about he got a television show on Playboy Channel where you play cards in a card game and you sit there and have fun playing cards. But you hated doing the show, Sam's show. You felt you lost a lot of money, and you were there to be funny.
Well, I actually won money, and Sam will back this up. That the last hand of my round, I won like $6,000,
right?
Which is probably Artie's money, since he was the only one who was being a sport and making it exciting by gambling without even looking at the cards.
I just kept going in, I kept going in blind sometimes.
Whatever. Party time,
yeah,
Vegas.
Attell took my money.
But oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you went on the show, and you found it a very odd experience, didn't you?
Well, I'm not a card guy. I'm more of like a bocce man.
Do you play cards at all? I mean, you don't care about gambling.
I have no personal connections.
Yeah, right.
No, I like to play, but I knew it was going to be like a scene when you get there and like Sam is like, I've never been. Have you been to his house or something like that?
No, never.
It's got to be one of those places like, oh, look, the original Constitution. I bought.
I've been, Howard.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yeah.
There's artwork. Me and Frank Sebastiano wrote a sitcom with Sam.
Right.
Yeah.
And we would write it at his house sometimes. Beautiful home.
Right.
He has artwork up there. Frank said to me once, fuck the sitcom. Let's just run out of here with one of these paintings and we'll be rich for the rest of our lives.
So you went over to his house. And you...
I've never been there.
Oh, you've never been there?
No,
I
but
thought you
I'll
had.
take Artie's word on that.
For it, yeah. So you went to do the show.
Yeah.
And it was a negative experience for you.
Well, it was good and bad, but I mean, this is all I'm going to say is that I thought we were coming in and like the poker shows that we're playing for a charity.
Right.
We're just goofing around. And then, like midway through the round, I go, can I borrow money? I thought this was like a cute thing, hey, look at everybody's borrowing money. And then some kid, one of Sam's underlings, comes over and goes, you got to sign this because you owe Sam $3,000.
God.
Me, Mr. Low six figures a year, owes the guy who invented, what did he do again?
The Simpsons.
The wheel.
The Simpsons.
Right.
Everyone. The wheel.
So where's Sam? Is he out there in the hall?
Yeah, well, I'm sure those cupcakes are gone by now because Sam will just take whatever.
He's out there giving trippers Attell's money.
It is Sam, it's a funny concept if I can
Here he is.
bring you in for 1 second.
I would have punched him that night if I didn't know he boxed. All right, he's a boxer, Howard, so watch it.
It's a funny concept that you invite all these guys who have talent into your TV show.
Right.
And they sit there and they are basically trying to help you out.
Right.
It is a weird thing to leave owing you thousands of dollars, I know it's a card
you
game.
can get my money too, but this
Yeah,
is the thing
that'll
I don't
happen.
understand.
Yeah.
Like Howard, if someone invited you to play poker on TV,
Right.
let's assume that you think it's for charity, and I don't know how that is possible.
Right.
Well,
Since
maybe
it's
because of that
not.
60 Minutes speech about you and your dog world that you created.
At the end of
so you've
Comic
made some
Relief, people didn't know
crazy
Zamuda money.
assumptions and stuff, and it's in your head. Wouldn't you ask some questions like, what's the charity? Is it my charity? What are you doing? I can't articulate this. You can figure it out.
No, Howard can't.
But like, wouldn't it? Would you ask like, how do you win? What are we playing
No,
for?
I think what I would do is I would say, listen, this is going to be kind of a touchy thing. I'm inviting all my friends to help me make a hit television show so that I can make money.
Yeah.
And then they leave owing you money. See, it's just, it comes off weird, but I mean, I think the show's
David
great.
Attell made money.
I
He
did
played
make
it.
money.
You can go on YouTube and watch this guy flop a straight and play it so masterfully.
Yeah, it's on
You
YouTube.
can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm the only
make the
bitch in the
final
room.
cut.
One guy that shouldn't be complaining is David Attell. He
I
made
know. But Sam, don't you get it? I mean, it would be one thing if it was for real money and it was a level playing field. We all don't have millions of dollars. Like, all right, Artie has some money, but he's a published author and a great Francis Ford Coppola annoyer. The rest of us, we're just scraping by. By the way, you doing that was like me telling Elie Wiesel a joke. It's like, what are you trying to get out of this guy?
Hey, listen, man, I'm doing my job.
I hear you.
It's working for a
Sam's
living.
game tomorrow night on the Playboy Channel.
Wait, Sam, don't leave.
Yeah, but
Don't
Sam-
leave. Why? You want to talk some more, Dave? Would you like to talk to him about it? You want to confront him about it, or you're done with him?
Yeah, I want to confront him.
All right.
I will cut you. Do you have cards right now?
Yes.
I'll play one hand against you for $5,000.
Okay.
All right.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. I figured that would be exciting.
Yeah.
No, don't do it, Howard.
You do what you want.
I meant something. Whatever. No.
He's lost.
No, but Sam, I wish you all the luck on the show, and I do think it was a fun time because the guys, we did have a good time, and you did set it up. It was really good, but it was just like I don't know about you, Artie, but I felt
We
totally
gave
out of
them
my
$500
element.
to start with.
500.
500?
Yeah.
Is that it?
What did you take? 3,000?
3,000.
Yeah, but
Sam pulled $500 out of his ass and gave it to him.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, Sam, you just like were with one hand tied behind your back on that whole thing. Like, were you trying to not win? Because I figured you and your friends could just like win amazingly. You play all the time, right?
Yeah, I know how to play.
Yeah, he knows how to play.
And you do too.
No, but you know what, Sam?
You're
you guys know how to
trying
play,
to-
but it's not fun. Like, serious poker is not fun. I know it looks fun on TV when you see those guys wearing the hat and the half Indian and the trucker just sitting there.
Well, that's because you're seeing professional pokers.
Yeah,
poker
it's too
players play.
professional.
Yeah, right.
I also turned down Lance Armstrong's bike riding race for charity. But you know,
You'd have to give a ball.
All right, Sam, we're going to watch that show.
Okay.
And,
It's gonna be
everyone will
good.
see it. All right, Dave, listen.
Sam.
How does it feel?
Well, I don't want to burn a bridge with Sam.
No, Sam.
there's no bridge.
Sam's never going to play with you again. That's all.
You sure? Sam? All right.
Dave, let me just tell you that you are now Entertainment Weekly's
that was-
25 funniest people in America.
I think that was 10 years ago.
But don't act like it just happened.
yes.
Oh, it just happened?
Yeah, congratulations to you.
I'm on deck to host the next Tonys.
Because it was 10 years ago, does that change your life in any way? When people see you're 25 America's funniest guys, it didn't really change your life. You didn't get the
I'm
big
a has-been. Let's get to what you want to talk about. I'm a has-been. I paid full price.
By the way, you owe Sam $1,500 for that appearance that you just made.
You owe Howard
How
$8
good
grand.
looking is Sam?
Yeah.
Can you believe it? I mean, like, Artie, you look pretty good right now, but Sam looks like
All right, stop kissing his
he
ass.
looks like Sam Champion, by the way. He looks like a local weatherman.
I heard he's a
tanned
lot
up.
like Sam Champion.
Is he?
How's your life, your love life going?
It's going, actually, right now it's going great.
I had a feeling you might have someone.
No, I have no couch. I don't know if you know this.
What happened?
Howard, when was the last time you were single? Like, when you had to decorate a place?
Oh, well, when I got divorced, I moved into the city.
So how'd you do it?
And I had to decorate my own apartment.
All
and
right.
I was actually excited about this because I never, as an adult, actually decorated my own apartment. But I hired a guy who worked with me, and I gave him some ideas, and then he helped me with it. You know,
So-
I couldn't do that on my own. I wouldn't know how to do that.
So you went with may I say it, the gay decorator
That's
at
right.
first.
Yes.
I did that too, but then I realized I'm decorating for a situation which I hope never happens in here.
Which is?
A gay interlude. So then I got this great lady, Mary Lou, and the problem is I keep getting these couches. Like, this is a beautiful little couch here.
Right.
But when you think about it, if you're going to lay on this couch with like a lover or whatever, this is not this is not enough room for the skanks that I pick up. You need like an extra, like a pullout.
Right.
They should make them like, whatever.
In a way,
Chubber friendly or something.
In a way, you make a good point. Why hire a gay decorator when you're a heterosexual male? You would like to find out what a woman would be attracted to. Is that correct?
Or the best of both worlds. Sam, can you come in here?
So what happened? You had to decorate your apartment for real? You're not just making a joke? Is
I'm
that
not
true?
making a joke. I mean, I've been doing this for like 2 years now, and I keep like getting couches and then getting rid of them.
Why? Because they're not comfortable?
Well, because I'm the Henry VIII of couches.
What does that mean?
I just keep like,
I don't
you're out of
understand.
here. I don't like it.
It upsets you.
Yeah, and I give them to like family. And I gave my last couch to my mom, and she's like, "Oh, it's sticky."
Do you? Are you getting girls
All
on
the
the couch?
ice creams I was eating on there.
You know,
Whatever,
Robin
sometimes.
is walking around with a couch on her arm right now. Did you see that?
Would you like this couch?
What is
This
that?
sofa?
What happened?
I fell.
She broke her wrist rollerblading.
You did?
Yeah.
And she's not a good rollerblader.
Oh, stop. I resent that.
Well, you're not.
Okay, Robin,
Really?
you're a great rollerblader. That's what it is.
Now you feel better.
You know, I'm glad you brought it up, Howard, about the couches and all that kind of stuff. I just don't have it in me because of living in hotels, you know?
Right.
So that's what it is.
So what's going on with you? So you're mostly on the road now. You're doing these you go from hotel to hotel. That's your life. And you tell your jokes.
Yeah, and I'm working on a project for, actually, I'm probably going to have to leech off of Sam and try and get something on Playboy.
What do you mean? What are you working on?
No, I'm doing something for G4 about old porn, so I think that this could be the next poker show.
What happened to you? What happened to your
Old
last
porn?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, I want to do, like just basically the great porn from the 70s. By the way, I work with the Brie Olson, who you guys, I think
Beautiful.
that even though we've all discovered her personally,
Yes.
you brought her to the next level. So
She's hot.
Tip of the hat, Howard.
Thank you.
She's now the third Olsen.
Not
twin.
only is she hot, I did a bit with her on that Daniel Tosh show, Tosh 2.0 on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And what? Daniel's very funny. He's a good guy.
I know he is,
He's
but
a
who
good guy.
the fuck is he?
And Brie is the coolest porn girl I ever met because she's into the two things that every guy's into: guns and Japanese anime.
All Are you getting her at all? Are you having sex with
she
her?
came to one of my shows though. That was cool.
He fucked her.
No, I didn't. I didn't even get close. She was like so business-like, really cool, and stressed out from flying.
But you're not above dating a porn star.
Not
right?
above. Of course, I'd love it.
Have you ever had sex with an actual porn star? I mean, a real porn star?
No, but I do feel like a whore myself for being on Sam's show.
I
did feel kind of like I was whoring, whatever. It's not for a charity. It's just for our own pleasure.
But how exciting it's going to be for you when you turn on the Playboy channel and you see yourself playing cards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be a highlight in your career.
I'm going to be there with like some nylon around my testicles.
And that was Ralph.
You know what that means with David Carradine? I mean, that I don't know if that's the coolest way to go or the most odd. I think that's probably the coolest way.
Why is it cool? Because to me, it would be embarrassing. I mean, I've talked about that I masturbate a lot, but to actually go through like a ritual of tying myself up, I mean, masturbation is something I'm not really proud of, and I want it to get over with quick so I can get on with the rest of my day. I just want to get a quick release. This is almost making it like into a date. I imagine him pouring a glass of wine and tying himself up, and I mean, there's a lot of sort of bizarre sensuality in all of this. I mean, just get it over with and jerk off like a man.
He was such a cool guy, though. Like, there was like an opium pipe and like weird, like what's that kind of music they have there?
Like
not tuned banjo shit.
Yeah. Not tuned banjo.
Chuck Norris poster on the wall.
The coolest way to go is David Rockefeller, that guy.
What happened to him?
Nelson.
He died in bed.
No, Nelson Rockefeller.
Nelson Rockefeller died in bed fucking his lover.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nelson Rockefeller.
His mistress.
Did she run out screaming, "I fucked him dead"?
No, it was weird. Like she didn't know what to do. She's fucking Nelson Rockefeller, who then I think he had been the governor of New York State.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the tape of it. You bring up
And she was on top, and she made that sound?
That's right after she farted.
What happened was he was on top of her. He was banging her.
Yeah.
And then he died. I guess he had a heart attack or something. And then there was, Nelson Rockefeller laying on top of her, one of the wealthiest men in the world, world-renowned, conservative guy. Well, actually, he was kind of liberal, wasn't he?
He was a liberal.
He was a vice president at one point.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And when was this? Was this
70s?
Yeah.
I think it was when I was one of the top 25 comics.
Richard Pryor had a great joke about that.
And what did he say?
I think it was about him. He goes, "Motherfucker came and went at the same time."
That was a cool way. But why do you think that autoerotic asphyxiation might be cool?
I don't know. I mean, I have masturbated while I was driving, and at any moment I could have crashed. So I figured that's as close as you can go, because that is kind of like risky.
Is that really true? You did that?
Yeah.
You're not joking?
Like long haul trucking, kind of. Yeah. Like what else am I going to do? I've listened to every tape.
You're not afraid that someone's going to be driving along and look inside the car and see you jerking off?
No.
When is the last time you masturbated?
Right before I came in here.
Is it true?
Yeah.
You mean this morning?
No, I didn't sleep, so I probably had masturbated and showered along the way. But I think that you're lying when you say you masturbate a lot. I can't see you doing it more than me.
I masturbated Monday night, Tuesday night, and then my wife once, and then my wife came home from Pittsburgh, and I banged her last night. I'm very, very involved sexually.
Do you brunch masturbate, like to make an afternoon of it?
Nah, when I was a kid, I did 3-4 times a day. I knew a friend of mine masturbated 5 times a day. This kid that I knew when I was growing
That's
up.
a lot.
5 times, and admitted it. When we were teenagers, he said, he told me his schedule was phenomenal.
Is masturbation like drinking? Do people lie about the number of times they do it?
You tend to say, I don't do it that much.
Right. Okay. So.
Only if drinking involves cum coming out of your dick.
No, I think it really has to do with the groups. Like as a whatchamacallit white nerdy man, I'm like, yeah, I masturbate at school. But a lot of the other groups, ethnics or whatever, I think they see it as a sign of defeat.
How many times a week do you masturbate?
A week? I don't know about week, but I'd say I put in my time, like 2-3 times a day sometimes.
How often is Sam Champion on?
2-3 times a day?
Yeah.
You
like when I'm in
masturbate?
that road, like in that mode.
No kidding, you're tremendously virile.
Well, I don't think I'm virile. I think it has to do with vitamins, But
you think you're taking a lot of vitamins?
I do. I definitely do 2, like 1 time a day for the pleasure of it, and then there's that like I got to get to sleep, and then like it's calming,
Yeah, it is.
It's like nursing without a breast being.
But does it ever ever occur to you that it needs to be better than it is? Like you got to go hang yourself in the closet?
No, I'm not. That's not my pay grade. I don't have that kind of imagination. I mean, like sometimes, like I'll masturbate and smoke. That's kind of cool. So I feel like I am a prostitute.
Yeah.
Amazing.
French whore or something.
Robin, how often are you masturbating now?
Girl masturbation
what are
is
you
way
at?
cooler.
Couple of times a week.
No kidding.
That thing on your wrist looks wet.
That is like
You
a
haven't
difficulty
masturbated since you
factor.
broke your wrist, I bet.
This. No,
Oh, that would be
this is-
great.
Do you
This
do it
is
in
too
the-
much pain.
Howard, do you ever do it in the shower? Or?
No, that's not my thing.
So, yeah, I heard you say that too. That's weird.
I've done it in the shower, but like I have this shower curtain with all the presidents on it.
Yes.
So it's really hard because they're like looking at me.
Doesn't turn you on?
No, and when the water hits it, it looks like they're crying.
Look at him.
Is that a real laugh?
No, it's absolutely not.
It's not. He's laughing.
You're going to die over there. I'm
He's
worried
fake
about
laughing.
you.
Actually, I think I have emphysema.
I
Howard.
think you do.
No,
I do.
that was a real laugh because I would never fake laugh.
I'm
at
worried
Attell,
about
but-
you over there.
Dude, I'm coughing a lot.
Yeah,
I
you okay?
It's a lot of carrying on.
Well, Attell, do you? He smokes 4 packs a day. Attell.
Yes.
Be honest.
I got 2 on me right now.
Yeah. In
What are you doing?
In Afghanistan, it was crazy.
Why are you smoking so much?
Howard, as a professional poker player, you don't want
What's
to let
going
your
on?
tail out.
You're so heavily addicted. 4 packs. And what does a pack of cigarettes cost now?
10 something.
Wow.
The deli near my house about $11.
$11.
Howard,
Yeah.
in Afghanistan, he had a separate bag for cigarettes.
I did.
It was crazy.
But that's money over there.
Are you trying to quit?
No, I really want to quit, and then I always have a new project.
Yeah.
You quit during the Gong Show?
Yeah, I did. No, I was up to 10 packs during that show.
What happened to the Gong Show?
Yeah, what happened
that
to
was
it?
so promising.
No, the old one.
No, I wish I knew you better, and you could have pulled me aside and said, like, here's how this one's going to go down. Because I could see in your eyes, like, you knew, like, you're like the master of that kind of stuff.
No,
So
I
you-
didn't know. I mean, I didn't know what you were going to do with the Gong Show. I know it was a turning point in your life, the Gong Show. You were going to be the new Chuck Barris.
And it was a turning point down.
It really was. I think that's where I decided that I should be a professional poker player.
Do you think you have a death wish?
Yeah, you know what? Like, I'm not really. You know, this French flight,
Yeah.
which is like one of the worst ways to die, surrounded
Right.
by French people. I mean, has anybody said that yet?
No.
All right, that's just a sampling of the topical humor I'll be doing at Carol.
everything else, you said that first, brother.
Okay, so that's what I don't like. I don't like we have no control of the last minutes. But the Nelson way to go or the Carradine, that's cool. That's like, last ride into the sunset.
You fly all over the country. When you
Yes.
see an airline horrible, crash like that,
Yeah.
don't you sit there and go, what am I doing with my life? I'm on an airplane all the time. Doesn't that freak you out?
And my brother's a pilot.
He is.
Yeah.
What did he say happened there?
Well, he's like a regional pilot. Like, you remember the ones where they weren't getting it, like they pay him
Right.
really little and they have to work a lot? He's one of those guys. So, one day I hope never to be on the same plane with him because that would be the ultimate, horror.
Yeah.
Like the Fighting Sullivans or something.
Yeah, it's
Two
weird.
brothers.
So what's-
Robin, you know what I'm talking about, the Sullivans? No?
Nah, no, we don't know anything about that. We don't even know
They're
that.
the
You really
they're
left
the
me
5.
hanging.
They're what Saving Private Ryan's loosely based on them.
Yeah.
5 Sullivan brothers, all from the same family,
Oh,
were
yeah,
killed in World War II. So they made a rule that
Wow.
all 5, if you have a bunch of siblings, they can't all go away.
Explain to
Have
me,
you-
though,
have you-
you're a guy who uses his voice for a living.
Yes.
And you have to have a strong voice on stage, and you're smoking these cigarettes, 4 packs a day. Your lungs are completely screwed up from this. What's
horrible.
going on? No, really, what's going on? I'm worried about you.
It must be a death wish. I think you're right.
It is, right? Don't you think?
Well, I don't know. I just don't.
You ever talk to anyone about it? You ever go to a
You think so?
psychiatrist to say, gee, I'm smoking 4 packs a day. I barely have time to breathe. You
I don't
must
smoke
set your
4 packs
clock
a
in the
day.
middle of the night and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, well, I do. I smoke
Yeah.
from the minute I get up to the minute I go to sleep. Smoking is the hardest one to quit
It
of
is.
all the things. Would you agree, Artie? No, you weren't really a smoker.
Well, I smoked a lot while I was doing blow and heroin and drinking, and I got to tell you, I quit heroin, but I didn't quit smoking.
Yeah, smoking's a tough
And
thing.
the
you
doctor
quit
will
it.
t-
Yeah, years ago.
Did
I
Robin
quit.
ever smoke?
Yeah, I
Robin
smoked.
smoked. She was a pretty heavy smoker,
That's
actually.
cool.
Not as heavy as me, but she was pretty heavy.
Well, how much did you smoke when you really smoked?
3 packs a day.
No way.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I was bad. I was bad.
But
And
that was in the 70s when a lot of people did smoke. It was even, I mean, almost everyone.
But it was horrible.
He was one of those people, I imagine, because 3 packs, it takes a lot to get that in. You light a cigarette with another cigarette kind of thing?
I was lighting one off the other.
Chain
Oh,
smoke.
neat. I wish I knew you then. That would have been pretty cool.
But it was crazy, and I don't even know. I think I started to look cool. You know, I wanted to have an image of some kind.
Me
and
too,
then,
probably.
And I think it was also insecurity because I would go to parties and people would be talking, girls would be talking to boys, and I would be standing there, and I just said, if I have a cigarette, at least I can relate to the cigarette and look like I'm busy doing something.
Yeah.
Well, here's the story. When I was at SNL, you know, for like a second.
I forget that you were at Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, well, you know, people know me as a poker player. They don't know that I have many experiences.
What season was that? Why am I spacing out?
The
on that?
worst.
Who was on that with you?
I told you, Sarah, Norm, what's his name? Rod
Sandler.
Schneider. Sandler.
Yeah, Farley.
Farley.
He was a
Farley.
writer, Howard.
Oh, you were the writer.
I was a writer.
They never put you on camera?
I was like on like in 2 sketches, but Phil Hartman said to me one time, like, what's up with the cigarettes? And that was like the only time he ever talked to me. So I should have really listened to him.
Well, at least he got you to talk to Phil Hartman.
But look at it. I mean,
Any plans to quit? Yeah, outlived him. You did. You know, Phil Hartman never smoked, and you outlived him.
You know, Dave said something very funny to me about Adam Sandler once.
What did he say?
He said, "It'll be all right, Dave. Don't worry about it," because he loves Sandler. But me and Dave were asked to do stand-up at an award show in L.A. a couple years ago. The worst thing ever, called the Guys' Choice Awards. And the reason we did it was because they honored Sandler, and we love him, and he was always good to us. But so I said, "Don't you?" Sandler came up and said hi to us, and I go, "How do you know? How long have you known Adam?" He goes, "Oh, well, we went to college together, and you don't talk to him anymore." He goes, "Well." He made a right turn into Billionaireville.
No, Adam's always a cool guy.
He's the best.
I like how you always bring up this Guy's Choice Award thing.
Well,
try to keep that
Howard.
quiet, right?
No, but it's like we all had a horrible experience. Me, Artie, and Joe Rogan. We were kind of the the super bad of that year.
Right.
No, we were the.
You got to present.
We were the hangover guys of that year. No, they wouldn't even let me present. I said, "Can I present?" Because I know I'll never do a talk show.
Do you get resentful of guys you did Saturday Night Live with, like Adam Sandler and these guys who are all now like making tons of money? They're super successful. They're making movies. Don't you feel you're every bit as talented as them, as America's 25 funniest guys? Don't you think you should have that kind of career?
Absolutely not, and I'll prove it at Caroline's this week. No, I'm not like those. Those guys are a separate breed, and I just want to be as funny as I can be, I guess. Right. But no, I don't have that other. I don't have that other thing that be famous.
Are you tired of traveling around the country with your stand-up comedy? It's a hard life, right? It's difficult. It's hard to have any kind of stability. It's hard to be in a relationship with a woman because you're constantly traveling, right?
Well, you know what's even harder, and you know this because you just did Letterman,
right?
Like. It's like you get used to like one level of show business, like you do the radio and then you do the clubs and you hang out, and then like all of a sudden it's like, and now we want you to do a prepared set for a blah blah blah. Like you roll like with it. You don't have to prepare or anything.
Right.
And they're lucky to get you, and you always rock. But the rest of us, they want to know like every word and like the stories. And what's his name is very good.
But I'll tell you
on
something.
Talk shows.
What's his name over there?
Yeah.
You think that even
me?
You think that even for me? But what I do is I get there, and I have.
A cigarette.
No, I had like this past Letterman appearance. I had about 3 written pages that I'd written for the appearance, and I basically went over it with a producer, and I did say to her, "Here's where I'm going, and this is what I'm going to be doing, and this is what I'm going to be saying about Dave. This is what I'm going to say about my wedding. This is what I'm going to say about Jay Leno. This is what there was a lot of stuff that I had sort of prepared. So while it might look spontaneous." There is preparation in everything I do, and it's not that different. I mean, I think you're imagining, wow, it would be great to just walk on and not have to prepare anything. But those are the guys that suck. You're always going to have to be prepared, no matter how big you get in the business.
I was trying to give you the ultimate compliment that you are, always prepared from doing this show and seeing opportunities. But you totally took a shit all over me.
And again, you fucked up a relationship.
Took a shit all over who?
Over me. No, I'm sure you prepare. I know there's a lot of work goes into doing the show.
Right.
But I'm just saying that the cool thing of seeing you and a Letterman is that he's a master of rolling and like leading and all that kind of stuff. And you're a leader, but now you're a guest. So that's got to be a little more pressure on you.
Yes.
But you're very cool, and he lets your energy go to where you're supposed to go.
He lets me do my thing. Right.
It's very organic, and
a rarity on the talk show circuit.
You don't like the
nowadays.
part now where, because you are very good at what you do, and then it's sort of, what you're saying is you resent going to a talk show, and then they sort of over-prepare you, and they don't trust you to do your thing. And
It's a lot of preparation.
It is a lot of preparation.
Craig Ferguson, no preparation. They said, just come in and just hang on.
Right.
And he is cool that way, because I was used to, like, okay, I got a story about flying, and, of course, food is, and, like trying to keep a TV clean. That's another thing that really is hard.
Right, yeah.
But it's a lot of work, and that's why, like, when you get to see somebody get to do it really well, and that was really good.
Thanks.
His
Artie's
spots are
very
really good
Yeah,
too.
terrific.
No, but
terrific.
again, Howard, you're an enormous star. What Dave is saying, I understand. I know there's preparation, but with me and him on a talk show, it's literally verbatim. Like sometimes the guy will go, like, you'll tell him a story on the phone, he'll have it written out, he'll pitch it to Letterman or Conan or whatever, and then you go in and you change a word, and he goes, no, don't do that, because he thinks you're going to say,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It is weird, and well, what are you going to do? I'm glad things are going sort of well, I guess.
No, Howard, this is a
don't
pleasure.
know where
Yeah.
we are. He doesn't like the road. He'd really rather be doing something else. Is that where we are?
Guys, his mother finally has a couch. This
Yeah,
is amazing.
isn't that a hopeful sign of the economy?
I don't know. Dave leaves, I get depressed.
I
Try
really
being
do
with
bum
that-
everyone out, don't I?
Try being with him in Afghanistan for a week.
boy.
Me and Dave had the.
Artie, are you ready to roll for the next one?
I'm going, man.
North Korea. We're bringing that kid home.
Yeah, I tell you
We're
what,
bringing her home.
We're gonna get the Lings home, but I might call you because I think something's in the works.
Really?
Yeah.
How
Nice.
scared do you think that girl is right now in North Korea? That's Lisa Ling's sister.
She must stand out like a sore. If they do release it, we better make sure it's her. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm with you, Dave. It's so good seeing you.
Well,
I
thank
love
you,
seeing
Howard.
You here. Dave
Once
Attell,
again,
everybody.
pleasure.
Dave,
Way, where's that Sam?
noticeable difference in Artie though?
Yeah, he looks good. Real
How long's
good.
it been since you've seen him?
About 80 pounds ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So
He's
it's-
almost. Sam, don't get over here. I'm sorry I had to make you do the foil in that.
Can I just say something
Oh, thank God.
about both of these two cats? No, first about Attell, and then about Stan.
Am I the only one who's wearing the proper?
There's a story about Eric Clapton saw Jimi Hendrix playing guitar once and went home and wept because he knew he could not be that good. And I had the same feeling the first time I saw Dave Attell do stand-up. And then I saw Shuley, and I said, I'm getting into this business. The great Sam Simon, if I could write like him, I wouldn't be getting up at 4:45 every day. I'd be banging models in Malibu. Salute.
Thank you, Artie.
All right. Anytime I can help out your segment.
Yeah, really.
We're gonna get Attell that couch, man.
I
We're gonna have
could
the Dave Attell's couch
What
benefit.
did you think of the fruit platter today?
It was a little tough.
Are you doing this? Is it a statement or something?
I'm not eating. I'm eating fruit until they release Ling's sister. Dude, that joke. We better make sure it's her.
This not her.
Sam, did you hear that joke
That was a
about
good
Lisa
one.
Ling's sister? He goes, boy, she must stick out like a sore thumb over there. He goes, if they release her, we better make sure it's her.
And then I was going to say, because she's smiling and has hope.
What'd you say?
She's smiling and has hope. And all her holes doesn't smell of turnip soup.
Hey, let me.
I can make fun of North Koreans all day long. I hate them.
I love that I had to explain the Sullivan Brothers to Robin.